The topic that we would like to talk about today is meditation.
Es la meditación.
Meditation is a science, and we all know that science isn't learnt from one day to the next. It takes time, it takes discipline, and it takes organization.
Lleva su tiempo, lleva su organización.
When we talk about meditation here in the West or in the Western hemisphere of the planet, there has been a misinterpretation of what the word meditation means.
Se le ha dado una mala interpretación a lo que es la palabra meditación.
So as a result, there is meditation to lose weight, meditation to avoid stress, meditation to live happily, or meditation to live peacefully. Meditation is a science of a superior type that is not possible for any person who does not have a certain discipline and a certain, let's say, north or goal of achieving it. Through meditation, we come into contact with that which we call consciousness, or spirit, or God, or whatever you want to call it. And it is through this practice that one comes into contact with that part of oneself which is in everyone, but which is not active in everyone.
Que está en todos, pero que no en todos está activo.
Meditation has its rules, its discipline, its order. Undoubtedly, to reach meditation, one must begin with the preparation of the body. A physical body that is not in good condition in terms of health is not prepared for meditation.
No está preparado para la meditación.
We must also take into account something very important that is neglected, both here in esoteric studies as in other studies, which is concentration. Concentration is essential for someone to reach meditation. That is, concentration prepares the way to meditation. What do we mean by concentration? Fixing the mind on one point. That also requires its discipline. One can do this practice, concentrate on the mind, on something external or also something internal. One can concentrate on the space between the eyebrows. One can concentrate on a mantra, which can be repeated verbally or mentally. One can concentrate on something outside, which can be the flame of a candle, or different symbols or drawings that are generally used for this type of practice. Undoubtedly, one can develop concentration. But if one does not have an ethical life, or we can generalize this as the conduct of a good person, it wouldn't be possible. Because if we, through meditation, expect the divine part of a person to express itself, that divine part could not express itself in someone who does not have a correct conduct, or who does not have a wise way of living. If he does not have any knowledge about the energy that circulates through the physical body, and that this energy is what gives us life and keeps us alive. So there are several points to keep in mind for meditation. Meditation is not just sitting and falling asleep, and even thinking or fighting with the mind. No, the mind is something that we must bend, and only through a discipline that it can be done. There is no discipline that can be established in a person that does not start with a continuity of purpose, with constancy, with perseverance. When there is no perseverance, when there is no constancy, there are no results. Meditation is a transcendental and essential science for the realization of a person. And by realization, I don't mean it in an economic or physical way, but we are talking about an internal organization, a process that has to do with the internal development of the person. Now that we've talked about how important concentration is, Let's take a look at a practice that can help us to develop this wonderful ability, which is fundamental to meditate properly. So first, take a blank piece of paper and draw a circle 1 centimeter in diameter, making sure it is completely blue. Then, using a different color, draw the symbol of the infinite, using this circle as a center, making sure that it's not as thick as the circle itself. Once you've finished, sit in a comfortable position, making sure you will not move. Relax your body and take deep breaths and concentrate your attention on the circle, avoiding any kind of distraction that comes to your mind. It is important not to blink during this practice. That is why your eyes should be slightly open. This prevents them from getting dry and hurting. As you stay focused, you will see that the symbol of the infinity disappears, becoming blurry. That is an indication that the practice is done the right way. Hold your attention for as long as you can, starting by only a few minutes a day and slightly increasing it as you progress. Once the exercise is finished, you can close your eyes and enter into meditation. This exercise will help you to develop concentration and can produce magnificent results in a short term. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, please let us know in the comment section down below. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.